liked the shot in the 90s.
Part 2 of the title matches from Sunset Station at Strike Zone is the 2012 Touring Players Championship, the best of our best from all 5 JBT conferences playing against each other. 2 left in each division. Austin Thompson, your top seed, looking to win his 2nd consecutive major tournament. Has a commanding lead right now on Oregon's Brandon Myers. He's giving 5 pins, but leads on the scoreboard by 41 through 6 frames. If he can convert this 10-pin here in the 6th. Scratch is about to begin their title match between Butturff and King. Thompson does have the spare and does have the aforementioned lead. Kyle Hayes, another Northwesterner, finished 3rd in handicap, and Sebastian Paulhill, everybody's favorite bowler, apparently finished in 4th today, who made a lot of fans. And finishing up in 3rd place in the scratch division from Washington, tenor Spacey.
Let's just go right into it, or you want to wait?
Go right into it. Jakob Butturff survives that semifinal game. He moves on to play Kyle King, the top seed for the scratch division TPC title. $500 more for tenor, the scratch bowler of the year in the Northwest.
The box.
Sorry, the double duty on the announcing ship here as Myers leaves the 2-8 in the 7th and continues to struggle in this match. Not representative of how phenomenally he has bowled all weekend long. Got into a little trouble heading into the position round. He was the only one vulnerable of being knocked out of the top 4, and he responded with a big 240 game that game. So when he's needed it, he's had it, but the wheels have completely come off now. It's a tough feeling. Most of us who have bowled have been there. You want to put on your best show. And listen, vast improvements from where he was when he started this little 2-handed experiment a couple months ago. He's going to take this game back to Clackamas, Oregon, and probably do a lot of winning in this upcoming season. So, what do you think? I would think scratch. Yeah, I mean that's a scratch. That's a scratch strike ball there.
It's pretty accurate.
It looks nice and smooth.
Max is for 171.
Max is for 171. Austin's got 111 in the 6th. When you subtract the handicap, he would have to. Oh gosh, start to cuss a little bit, kick some ball returns, call you bad names. I don't know.
Albatross.
Yes, a buzzard of his own. He didn't have room for a buzzard. He can only albatross.
Yeah.
He found a nice little look a little further right than he's been. And he was just piping it up the 5 board, and that's working. What can you say? So Austin Thompson is going to finish off his handicap career in perfect style. And he starts striking to put an exclamation point on it. He was in a 3 or 4-way race for Bowler of the Year going into the last regular season tournament, which, as we mentioned before, he won. And polished it off with the invite win the next day, and here he is at the TPC beating the best of the best from all over the place. Brandon, just for pride here, let's hope we can get him to strike out and put on a little better show. That looks smooth. No? Yeah, there you go. With these kids that either switch to 2-handers or start from 2-handers, you can sort of see whether you kind of want to go, maybe you want to put your thumb in the ball, or kind of see that, yeah, you got the right mechanics, and it looks good. The timing is there. You don't need to add energy to a 2-handed release because the ball has instant energy by nature of the thumb not being in it. And it's got that nice sort of smooth-looking delivery, which is key to it.
It would have to be right. You're gonna do it.
Is that right? Yeah, there you go. There's Brandon Myers. We just needed to get those title match jitters out of the way. That's how he's bowled all day long. Glad he's finishing strongly. Kyle and Jacob's going to be an interesting match. Make sure you watch part 3 or scratch, depending on how I title it for this one. I don't know who to call in this one. The ultimate king of our tour versus King has not bowled well on the title match pair, and Jakob is better at beating the big names than anybody else on tour.
Oh, wasn't that the clue on the...
That wasn't the clue, but yeah. Yes, oh gosh, it's a could-have-been situation for Brandon. We'll have to ask him later on whether his nerves or just made an adjustment or what. Because that's what he's been doing all weekend long, folks. And all we have for him as we sit here and sob for him is $1,000 for a weekend's work.
And a second place plaque.
Oh yes, and the plaque from Gene and Alice Preston at the award store. All right, bailed out that game very nicely. Nice instant handshake from him, good to see that. And it's a victory lap time for one of the new stars on tour, Austin Thompson. Kyle electing to play El Lofto. I can't wait for the rest of the scratch title match right now. We're gonna play drop out for the first half of the game, dude. Nerves is the pair different or
The same pair.
I know, do it change at all or just you have no clue what happened. No, please. Anything but that, dude. Well, Brandon just gave us the personal analysis of the first half of the game. Yeah, you got the split out. Meanwhile, Austin is going beast mode to finish it out here.
He's like, what else can I do?
46, 76, 06 in the 220s, right?
Yeah.
220s scratch. Say goodbye to handicap. Say goodbye, you're too good. Ooh, El Lofto. El Smasho.
Oh my god.
Stay tuned, as they say, kids. Joining the ranks of TPC champion, Austin Thompson. We'll be back for the scratch division title match in just a minute.